and welcome to the K Files. It's Kay, and today I'm bringing you the very first edition of the T Files. This is just a cute little series where we'll be summing up all things treasure related, talking about some of the highlights for the week or that period, and yeah, just having general discussions about all things treasure. Their debut is very fast approaching. I'm really excited. So yeah, hopefully you'll join along for the ride. Without further ado, let's go. I have 3 things that I want to talk about for this video, and I think we're going to start with Treasure Map episode 28. So, of course, a couple of days ago, the 28th and final episode of Treasure Map dropped, and it was definitely a bittersweet moment, to be honest. This is the series that got me into Treasure. I randomly came across one of the episodes, being aware of who Treasure was but having no interest in them and no desire to get to know them, and through this series alone I completely had a turnaround and became a fan. This show was really good, I think, for introducing people to Treasure, and will remain really good in the future because you really get to see them and their personalities shine and just how good their chemistry is as a group. So anyways, like I said, it was the final episode. We started off just seeing how some of the high school or school age, it was the high school kids, yeah. The episode starts off with us getting a little glimpse into the high schoolers at school or preparing for school, just seeing what their routine is like, seeing what their environments are like. Do-young, we hadn't actually seen, I think, not on Treasure Map anyway, Do-young school-wise, so it was pretty cool to see him getting ready for school, his cute little uniform and stuff. I was always curious as to why Do-young didn't go to the same school as Yedam and Jongwoo. I figured he does probably go to like a private school, but we get to see Do-young, that was cool. We get to see Jongwoo and Yedam, and yeah, that was a cute little segment. And then of course we go back to everyone else in the dorms getting started for the day. They're all on diets, getting prepared for their big screen debut. So food is very, very bland, very healthy. But yeah, we see them getting prepped for their day before they all go into YG to start their day and their training. And we actually see more of them just like training regularly, which I was surprised about. I would have thought at this point all of their time would be dedicated towards, training for the debut song and the debut song only. But you still see that they're receiving vocal or rap lessons. And so that was really interesting to see. And then I realised, actually, if you're smart, the training would never really stop, will it? You'll always be trying to better and improve yourself. So anyways, we see little clips of them doing little covers here and there, training, all of them really bring something to the table. It's really interesting to see. Yeah, that made me even more excited to see what they bring, moving forward post debut. But it also made me worry a bit. I wouldn't say the word is worry, more so just be curious how such a big group is going to be able to allow all 12 members to shine. So yeah, they'll have to figure that out. I'm personally hoping that they'll do something sort of along the lines of what 17 do. It would be really cool to see them mix and match certain members for different songs. So maybe for one song, as a B-side, of course, you could have like 4 or 5 of the members, you could have 3 members doing different songs. I think that would be a really cool way to showcase the talent in the group, because they are a very, very talented group. Yoshi, really wanted to highlight Yoshi, because Yoshi, I think, was the biggest surprise for me. Obviously, I haven't been with Treasure for a very long time. The impression I got was that Hyunsuk and Haruto had more their identities. They had very, very distinct rap identities, and Yoshi just kind of came across as someone who was still finding himself personally. So yeah, I was really surprised to see him covering the song that he was covering, which is a very considered quite legendary Korean rap song, and to see him pull it off, it was really, really cool to see, and it makes me excited to see what's going to happen in the future, because obviously I wasn't around when Yoonbin was around. I thought, wow, if he had still stayed, they for sure would have had arguably the best rap line of the 4th gen. With his departure, it kind of felt like you had two very distinct rappers in Haruto and Hyunsuk, and then one rapper who was sort of finding himself. But anyway, seeing Yoshi cover that song, he was really good. I was really impressed. So definitely looking forward to seeing what Yoshi does, and just their rap line in general. It solidifies just how solid they are. So definitely excited to see what happens in the future. But anyways, they show us all of that, and then we get this cute little comedic relief scene, them at the gym. You've got Jungwoo as usual bluffing, you know, talking about he's the gym ace, and then you have just multiple consecutive scenes of him just struggling at the gym. It was really funny. I love Jungwoo. He's just kind of like comedy gold, really. Of course, you see Asahi, who we know is notorious for not being very active. He's at the gym and he's struggling also, but hey, at least they're there, you know what I mean? Anyways, after that we then finally get to them practicing for the song, their debut song. Side note, whoever blurred out that scene did an insane job. When I tell you, you could not see a single thing. You could not see a single thing, so that was funny to see. But yeah, they're practicing for the song. You can tell it's probably going to be quite high energy choreo, so that's going to be really exciting to see. And then we just kind of have this final moment of them treating themselves to ice cream, and just, I guess, reminiscing on like the journey that's brought them here. You see quite a few of them are, well, Mashi. Mashi is very emotional, bless his heart, as he should be, to be honest. It must be something. You train for so many years, not knowing if it's going to happen, and then finally, boom, here you are. You're just weeks away from making a dream that you worked so long for a reality. Like, it must be very emotional, because they've been through it, you know. It hasn't been a straight and narrow journey getting to where they are now, so it was cute to see them reminisce. That was nice. And then of course we end with them opening up their gold YouTube plaque, and that is how that ends. We have finally reached the end of Treasure Map, and like I said, it's very bittersweet. I know so many people must have become fans based on Treasure Map. Hopefully we will get another series at some point, but yeah, that was the end of Treasure Map. Okay, so let's talk about the official round of teasers beginning. This was an interesting one. Of course, we started with the very weird leak that happened. We then of course got the official release of the video. It was Treasure's debut concept teaser. As many people had predicted, it was a sort of futuristic space concept. And yeah, it was a really interesting teaser. I had some opinions on the teaser, but we'll get into that later on. But yeah, that happened first, and then it was followed by actual intro posters. So they started posting the intro posters. All 12 members have now been posted. I will be honest, I don't like a lot of the pictures. I just feel like a lot of the pictures don't do Treasure justice, but I'm not gonna harp on about them too much. Anyways, all I say is overall, you know, I feel like they could have done better with the photos. But to be honest, I just kind of have the general gripe with YG photographers. In general, I don't think they tend to do any of the groups justice, really. So yeah. I did want to talk a bit about some of the spoilers that we've gotten. And when I say spoilers, I'm talking more so like song or concept spoilers. I know the boys have like inadvertently shown like little dance spoilers here and there. I don't know if they're allowed to do that, but they have. But I was really interested in some of the song spoilers. Now, we haven't actually sound-wise gotten anything. But conceptually, I was really curious about what Treasure were gonna go for. I don't know many 4th gen groups. I know a couple of names here and there, definitely do not know songs like that. But it kind of seems like conceptually a lot of the 4th gen groups are going for darker concepts, which is fine. But it feels like everyone is going in that direction. And so coming across something like Going Crazy, I was like, oh my gosh, this is literally the concept Treasure need. I was going to make a video on this actually. I don't know if I will. If you'd want to see it, anyone who comes across this video, let me know. But we all know at the end of the day, I think it goes without saying, Treasure is not going to have the kind of debut that Blackpink or Icon or Winner or even 21 had, because YG as a company was in a very, very different position when these four groups debuted, and since then, as we know, their reputation has gone down the toilet. But there are ways in which YG, I felt, as a company could appeal to at least a fan base, appeal to potential fans in Korea. And personally, I felt like the way to do that was to go with a brighter concept, because like I said, it feels like every fourth gen group is doing a dark concept. So by separating them and letting them do something a bit brighter, I feel like they're immediately exposed to a potential fan base of people who aren't really into the kind of sound or the kind of concept that is really popular right now among fourth gen groups. And to me, Going Crazy was the perfect concept. It's bright, it's fun, but you've also got like that YG flair added to it, and I just felt like that was the perfect concept for Treasure. So when I saw the concept trailer, I became quite worried, because I was like, oh gosh, they're about to go for the same concept that everyone else is going for. But we've now kind of gotten little things here and there that have led me to believe that that won't be the case. So the first thing, or the main thing really, was just something that Jungkook said in Treasure Map in the 28th episode. Jungkook basically said that the song was neither bright nor dark. I definitely don't think it'll be Going Crazy-esque, but I think they're going to go for something in the middle, and that is good enough for me right now. For so long, YG has relied on the general public, and at this point, the general public is not as open to YG groups as they used to be. I just feel like the best way to appeal to, or to gain a bigger fan base would be for them to go for a brighter concept. But anyways, that is a week or a little summary of some of the highlights. Oh, I must say, can't forget, it was of course Jaehyuk's birthday. Happy birthday to him. He turned what, 19? He turned 19. They had a cute little V-Live where they like shared gifts and stuff. It was really, really precious. And yeah, as well dropped a couple choreo hints, like I said, but happy belated to Jaehyuk. I just wish the best for Treasure, honestly. They're so talented, and they deserve to hit big. They deserve to do well. Thank you so much for watching. Definitely gonna have more content coming up. Thank you so much, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.